Hey everybody, welcome back to the half hour of power. Joe and Brandon is here.
Yo, Joe. What do you know?
Hmm, something strange is going on.
What?
What's happening, Brandon? What is that?
What? What's going on?
Well, we're
We're doing
talking about Dune,
yeah, Doom
the
Part One.
Dune movie,
Right.
but we are talking about the 84 Dune as it is an anniversary this year for the 84 Dune.
84 Doom. I thought
You
it was
see
like
that?
but I thought it was doing Doom Part One,
Hmm.
the new Doom.
Technically, it is Dune Part 1, but
But I mean, you said we're doing Doom. That's what you told me.
I did. I see where the. Oh. Well, so are you telling me you watched the wrong Dune or did you watch all the Dunes?
Well, I watched all of them. Watched the one David Lynch Doom, and then I watched Doom Part One, and I was getting ready for Doom Part Two.
Okay. So you didn't get. All right. So you're telling me that for this show you watched the David Lynch Dune, the miniseries Dune, and then Dune Part 1?
Oh wait, no, I didn't watch the miniseries Doom. That was too long.
Yes, you did.
It was long.
Oh, you did watch that. Oh. It's okay, Brandon. You can tell everybody you watched it.
No, I did not. I don't
I
know what
mean,
you're talking about.
all right.
Doom series. That's. I heard nothing of it.
Do you want to change, since you did watch the 84 Dune, you can change your background?
Yeah, I could change it.
Okay. We're sorry, folks. We're sorry we crossed the line there.
I mean, they were still good. It was still a good movie.
It is. That Dune is good. But this is an anniversary date for this Dune. Came out in 84. How old's this, Brandon?
Came out in '84. So what? 40 years.
I've already messed up his brain with this, and he's messed up my brain
I messed up because
with the other
the Doom series.
screenshot. It's not fair to ask him about math, and I'm sorry.
He threw me off with the Doom series. Like,
I did.
who
So
watched that?
somebody watched it.
Now, I will say I did watch the Children of Doom series. I did watch that,
All right.
but yeah,
So this is the year of anniversaries. We're gonna do quite a few movies from 84. We're gonna do quite a few movies from 94. And we might even do and get crazy and do some movies from 2004 and 2014.
it's the
But
year
if
of
we're going to get really crazy, we might do something from 1934.
the. Ooh,
How
what would
about
that?
that?
What would that be?
I don't know. We'll have to check. We'll have to look that up. But
A lot. It's gonna be a lot.
do you think that this Dune is on Rotten Tomatoes or not?
Oh yeah, I know it is. It gotta be. This is a cult classic.
I
Gotta be.
don't know. I don't know if it is. Let's see. You got to guess. There it is. It is there. All right.
Yeah, I knew it gotta be there.
What is your critic's guess?
Oh, let's see. Critic. Is it wait? Is it critics from '84 or critics now?
Well, they are critics from all across the spectrum. A lot of them now are hopping on there and reviewing it now because the new Dune just came out. So yeah, it's all across everywhere.
Okay. So I'm gonna say Um, well, I mean, if people watch the new Doom first and then watch the '84 Doom, then it might hurt the grade. So I'm gonna say critic score is probably 50, 56. I'm gonna say 56.
Wow, you put a lot of faith in critics.
Well, I mean, I'm like you said, it's across the board. So I'm gonna say 56.
No, critics hate this movie. They hate it.
They hated '84 Doom.
37%.
That hurts.
Yeah. Now, what about the audience?
Now, audience, I'm gonna give it's a cult classic, so I'm gonna say 65.
You cheated, didn't you?
No, am I that close?
65.
No,
Yes, it is. So,
are you for real?
yes. Yes, you did it. He did it. He did it, everyone. He did it. Here's to you,
Number
buddy.
one, number one. Wow, that.
Yes.
Wow, I really thought you was gonna say like 40 something. I did.
So tell me about your experience with this Dune. Have you always been watching it your whole life?
um, well, I watch it every now and then, or periodically. Not my whole life, but I mean, not as much as like if I watch Star Wars over and over again.
Well, I mean, have you been a fan of this your most of your life?
Yes. Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I've been a Doom fan for a long time. Yeah. Like when I first seen Doom, because Doom at the time kind of reminded me of Doctor Who. So I started watching Doom, and I was I liked it. I liked the sandworms. I liked the way how it was not. There's no aliens in this movie except for like the sandworms. But there's no like other species. But it's just the human species, and certain humans evolved in different ways from the spice. So it was just kind of like mind blowing on how he did it in the book. I didn't read the book, but how he added, this human civilization that was going on. I know deeper things happen. Why there's no robots and stuff like that, or AI and stuff like that in the book and in the movie. But um, yeah, that's like the whole take on the whole thing.
So I remember watching bits and pieces of this on cable television
He was watching on HBO.
as a young lad. Um, but I didn't pay it no attention at that time. It wasn't until I got a little bit older that I saw the whole thing when I was going through the whole David Lynch phase, which I'm not out of a David Lynch phase. I still quite enjoy lots and lots of David Lynch films. Brandon, did you have a David Lynch phase or did you just have a Dune phase?
A Doom face.
So you have seen Blue Velvet? Oh, oh,
I heard about it, just never seen it.
oh, man. Oh,
How was it?
oh, man. All right. Have you seen The Elephant Man?
Yes, I've seen the Elephant Man. Yeah.
Did you see Lost Highway?
No.
Oh, oh. Twin Peaks?
Yes.
Brandon, How could you not go through a David Lynch phase, sir? How is this possible?
Well, I mean, at the time I was young. You know,
What?
so at the time I was young. So only movie that I really knew of David Lynch was Dune. I knew about the Elephant Man,
Yes.
and that was about it from David Lynch. But that was it.
Uh, this is crazy, isn't it?
Well, I mean, when you say David Lynch, the first thing somebody will say is Dune.
You don't think Twin Peaks would be the first thing they would say?
No,
Well, I mean, David Lynch, we've got, of course, you got Eraserhead, The Elephant Man, Blue Velvet, Twin Peaks, Wild at Heart. You didn't see that?
is there one with
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm trying to think. Ha ha ha. Now I
Yes.
can't name now.
Yes.
Oh God, what is your name?
Of course, you got Lost Highway. You got The Straight Story. You got Mulholland Drive. You've not seen these?
No.
It's okay, Brandon. That's what we're here for, to introduce people to new things. And sometimes the people that get introduced to new things are you and me.
Is it? Is it? Oh, I can't say his name. He played in The Wrestler. Did you not watch The Wrestler?
I've seen The Wrestler, even though it's made by a no talent hack who has less talent in his entire body. Well, he has no talent. I'm sorry. You think he's you think Darren Aronofsky's talented?
I mean, The Wrestler was a good movie.
It was an okay movie.
It was
And he got lucky
Mickey
with
Rourke
that.
was in.
Yeah, because if Mickey Rourke wasn't in it, it wouldn't have been any good. But it was an okay movie.
So because Mickey Rourke was in
Why are you talking about
Mickey Rourke.
that no talent hack, Darren Aronofsky,
Well, I
when
wasn't
we're
talking
talking
about
about
Aronofsky
Dune?
himself. I was just talking about the actor Mickey Rourke that had played the wrestler that they would star the movie. That's what I was saying that he played in Wild Hearts.
Was he in that Wild at Heart?
That's what I'm asking.
You're asking that?
Yeah, I never seen it.
So you are not praising Darren Aronofsky?
No, I praise him.
Oh,
Only movie I've seen of his is, as you just said, like I said, The Wrestler. So that's the only thing I know. That's what
Wild at Heart, Nicolas Cage, Willem Dafoe, Crispin Glover,
Nicolas Cage.
of course, Jack Nance and Freddie Jones. I don't see him.
I might have seen Wild Hearts if it had Nicolas Cage in it.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good
I
one.
love Nicolas
All
Cage.
right. Everybody is wondering, what is this Dune movie about?
Dune.
So I think I'll tell them now. You ready?
It's about dunes. A lot of sand.
A Duke's son leads desert warriors against the galactic emperor and his father's evil nemesis to free their desert world from the emperor's rule. Is that a good plot synopsis?
Yeah. Look, yeah. But yeah. Kind of boring, but yeah.
You didn't like that? That was a boring plot synopsis?
No, this way how they said it. It's like typical thing.
Yeah, that may be.
It
Now,
it don't make it sound exciting at all. It's like, yeah, this guy, his son, is bringing up these rebels. Sound like Star Wars, bringing up these rebels and
what?
against the Emperor, and yeah, and his nemesis Darth Vader. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So are you telling me that George Lucas borrowed from Dune? to make
No,
Star Wars?
no, no. Well, yeah and
How
no.
about this? How about this? George Lucas was inspired by Dune
So that's another clean
for
word. So
Star
yeah,
Wars.
he wanted to. He copied.
I don't know that he copied it.
He copied
What do you think? Why? Because he had a desert planet, Tatooine.
that. Then he had an evil emperor. Then he had an evil nemesis. Yeah.
I think that's another for another show. If you want to go
Yeah.
on about how George Lucas ripped off Dune, I don't think he ripped it off. I think he was inspired by.
That's just a nice word of saying rip off.
Wow, you're really mean, aren't you? Jeez. Okay, I've never read the Dune book. I have been thinking about it
I mean,
since
that was the
the
Jedi.
2021 movie came out. I've never read that book.
You hear me, Joe?
Have you read Dune?
I have not read the book. No,
Well, why haven't you read the book?
because the movies was out.
That is not a good excuse. That is not setting a good example to our viewers either.
Well, I mean, I didn't read the book, but I guess I would say that the book was read to me.
You
Because
did a book, audio book
yeah, if you go on YouTube, you can watch 7 hours of the whole Doom lore.
on a bridge. Oh, so you just didn't read the book? You just Dune lore?
Yeah, because they had pictures, artwork.
Oh man, are you trolling our listeners today?
No, that's why I said I know certain things. Like I didn't read the book verbatim like that, but somebody else did with artwork, and then I learned about the stories of why there's no robots and AI and stuff like that, and why they have human computers and stuff. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
name I can't remember the name.
So let's look at this 84 Dune. This was produced by Dino De Laurentiis. And it flopped at the box office.
Yes, unfortunately.
Now, I did like this version of Dune. This version we are talking about is a 2 hour and 17-minute version of Dune. And there, of course, is a 4-hour cut of Dune, which I've seen that version also.
Wait, what?
Did you see that version?
No, what?
I thought you were a super fan.
I said I was. Yeah, but no, I said I was a fan. I didn't say I was a super fan.
I mean, you watched all the Dune movies available to you before we did this one Dune show.
I didn't. Well, I only watched Dune and Dune Part One, the Children of Doom series, but I never
Super
watched.
fan.
Okay. I didn't know there was a Doom part of
There's
the.
nothing wrong with being a super fan of Dune, Brandon.
No, it's never that. It's just I didn't know there was a 4 hour version.
There is. Somebody had a copy of it, and we watched it.
Why can I can't find that nowhere.
I don't know. It's probably on YouTube. Now, this 2-hour cut, David Lynch did not put his name on the 4-hour cut. It was the Alan Smithy name. David Lynch was this is the director's cut basically. But, well, actually that's incorrect. He did not have final cut.
Okay.
And he was upset about some of the not having full creative control. So he has said that this is kind of a sore spot for him. There are many things that he likes about it, but as a whole, it does not work. Now, I have seen interviews with Frank Herbert, and he said he enjoyed this. He did have some involvement in it,
Yeah, I gotta
but he
say he
did
had some
he did like this version also for the most part. he was a little unsure about Kyle MacLachlan, but
Yeah,
once he saw him in it and acting, he really enjoyed him. So now you're going to look for that 4-hour cut.
I'm already doing it now.
Yeah. Wow. I told you, super fan. What's the matter with you trying to deny that and say you're not?
This,
Yeah. It's so David Lynch's cut is the 2 hour and 17-minute cut. And for me, not having read the book, I think it works fine. There's some things in there that get confusing and stuff like that. But I have seen both Dune, the new Dune, and Dune 2. I enjoyed both of those also. But you haven't seen Dune 2?
I have not seen Dune 2 yet.
So does that mean that I'm a bigger Dune fan than you?
No, it's just I said I haven't seen it. I just haven't seen it yet.
Somebody
Wait,
out
so
there is
sorry.
furiously
I'm
sending a
going to.
comment to us about how they want to revoke your super fan card because you haven't seen Dune 2 yet.
Well, I haven't seen Dune 2 because working and doing research and stuff.
Wait, I know why you haven't seen Dune 2. You were
Why?
watching Madam Web.
Ow, that hurt. I don't like Malcolm Webb.
Yes, we know. This has got, I think it's got a great cast.
Yep.
You have Virginia Madison when she was a little baby. You have Jose Ferrar. You have Brad Dourif. You got Linda Hunt. You've got Freddie Jones. You've got Everett McGill, who he is fantastic, fantastic in The Quest for Fire
Mm.
and People Under the Stairs
Love People Under the Stairs.
and many other things. You have, and I didn't know this until this watch of Dune. Paul L. Smith is the Beast Raban. Did I say that right? Raban, or is it Rabin?
I think it's Raban.
So I know Paul L. Smith best from Popeye.
Hmm.
What?
You're talking about the one with Robin Williams, right?
Yeah. Are you bad mouthing Popeye?
No, I love Popeye.
Okay.
I'm mad at they trying to remake it.
Okay. Because I am a super fan of that Popeye movie.
Yeah, I love that Popeye movie.
Well, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I
Oh,
mean, how
wait.
far into?
Oh,
Oh, of course, Jurgen Prochnow, Jack Nance, Patrick Stewart,
Sir Patrick
and
Stewart. Sir Patrick Stewart. Sir Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart
Sir Patrick
and
Stewart.
Sir Sting.
That's so wrong. That's wrong. Like that.
Sting is one of the standout performances in. I think all the performances in this are good.
Oh yeah, they're excellent.
I mean, it's fun. You can now compare this to the new Dune,
Yeah.
which I mean that one has a great cast too. We'll eventually go and do those new Dune movies when they get to be 50 years old. I'm just kidding. We're gonna do those here this year. We'll do those, but yeah, it's just kind of fun to see um, all these great actors doing these roles, and then watching the new movie and seeing all those great actors doing the same roles and how what they do a little differently with it, how they're written, stuff like that. I always find that stuff kind of interesting. What about you, Brandon? Is that something you do? Watch both of the movies and see how the different actors interpret the roles.
Yeah, definitely. So after watching, of course, Doom Part One, and then going back to watch um, Doom '84 Doom, it's it's really a big eye opener. One, from what technology is now,
Yeah.
um, to what they, that was revolutionary then. You know,
Yeah.
because the body shield thing.
Yeah.
When you see it in '84, you really can't really see the actors.
Yeah. Because it's early computer effects and it's all square,
Yeah,
which
but
in an odd way I think is pretty neat
yeah,
in
and
that
is
movie.
they was testing the waters with it, and it still
Yeah.
was using it. But now you watch the newer version of it, you don't really see the shield. You know it's there
Yeah.
until they like start hitting each other, but you don't really see it. And it was still good. It was still good. Uh,
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people nowadays will go down, get down on and bash the special effects that they had at that time for this Dune. But for what they had, I think they did a great job on it. Um, I kind of like the cigar shaped ships.
yeah.
Those are cool. What about the worms?
Oh, the psychedelic worms,
Yeah, how did the worms look in the '84 Dune?
like a worm with little appendage arms on it.
Well, I mean, was there any point when you're watching the movie and like fakey with the worms in relation to the worms? I think the worms they did a great job on those. And I think they look pretty good.
Yeah, they did good because those was they are the guild navigator. That's what they are. So they're the one who basically is like when you traveling, they're the ones who implement the traveling from planet to planet across the galaxy.
That's what these worms do.
Yeah.
Is that why Paul had to stab one and ride it?
No, wait. You talking about the sandworms?
Yeah, I'm talking about the worms.
Oh, it's sandworms. Yeah, I just call it the space worms. I just call it space worms. The navigators I call space worms because you go
Huh.
to the psychedelic flying through space. But
So, would you say the navigators take flight?
technically, yes, but not reference to that movie.
Yeah, you're welcome, everybody. And there's probably more than a handful of people that would like to slap me across my face for saying that. And I cannot blame you.
Yeah, but
But
no.
anyway, anyway, in relation to the
To the sandworm,
sandworms, what do you think? I thought those looked good.
yes, they did look good. I think it was some like controversy behind that though.
There's controversy behind the sandworms.
Yeah,
What is that?
that the director made them look like phalluses.
What?
That the
They're
director.
worms. What are they supposed to look like?
That's not how they are mentioned in the book.
How are they mentioned in the book?
Like how they look in Dune Part One.
So, because he gave them mouths.
They have mouths in Dune Part One.
No, I mean mouths that open and close.
They have mouths that open and close in Dune Part One.
I just watched Dune 2 and they don't have mouths that open and close in Dune
Okay,
2.
so in Dune
Unless
Part,
I fell asleep and just totally missed all the sandworm parts.
the
They're
like
all
the,
just
uh,
they're like a gaping hole like that
so there's the hoe with all the bristles,
yeah.
and inside there's a mouth that opens.
Oh my god, really? You can't
Yes, that's like
so because they put the mouth on the outside of the worm, the open and closing part on the outside of the worm, that made it look like a phallus.
yes.
All right, so we are not talking about a choice like those stupid nutballs did with that idiotic, crappy movie Man of Steel, where they made those spaceships look like phalluses on purpose. We're talking about worms. Yes, you brought that one upon yourself.
This had to bring in Man of Steel. Couldn't think of nothing else.
Those moron, idiot imbeciles made those things look like phalluses on purpose. That is my theory, and I'm sticking to it. How do you not look at that and go, that looks like a phallus? That'd be great. Hey, Zach, do you like that? Yes, I like that. Let's put that in there. Hey, later on, can we have people slide across concrete forever? And asphalt. And you know what? I hate the IHOP. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. Let me get some.
And it seemed like I just opened up a can of worms on that one.
We're sorry, everybody. There's probably lots of people that want to reach out and smack us both for that. But
Yeah, what the heck are you talking about?
anyway, I thought the sandworms looked fine.
Yeah, it was good.
And anyway, whatever that thing was you were talking about, that flying navigator, that looked pretty creepy too.
Yeah, that was weird.
But yeah, I mean, it's I think I like the look of the film. I like the art direction.
The set design was great.
The set design is good. I like the costuming. You can tell they did spend money on this. This had an estimated budget of $40 million.
But that didn't make that back, did it?
No. It was. I don't know if this would have been better if he had had full creative control and final cut. I don't know, but they wanted a 2 hour and 17-minute movie. That's what they wanted.
Wait, didn't they want it? They wanted another director to direct it before David Lynch, though.
You're right. Originally, Ridley Scott was attached.
Right. Because then he just got through doing Aliens or something like that.
He did. That's absolutely right. It was, let me see if I can find that again. It was taking too long, or there was creative differences, and Ridley Scott, of course, left. Let me see. Why did he leave again? He intended to, okay. Ridley Scott was gonna split this book into 2 movies.
Just like they did in this one.
Yes. So yeah, he dropped out.
I think they would have been better if they did it that way, just like how they did these newer ones. Because you get more of the story, like.
Yeah.
It's like it's been rushed at the beginning when it first starts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's it does feel that way. We also haven't talked about Sting yet.
Yeah, that's the good part. You don't want to get really good.
I think he's good in that. Now that was another one, and you and I talked about this a little bit earlier, that the difference between his interpretation and Austin Butler's interpretation, which you haven't seen yet.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I think they both work. Now, before somebody starts yelling and screaming and smacking me across my face, again, I've not read the book. I'm only going based on just the movies. So I don't know who interprets the character better from the book. Which script interprets that character better? David Lynch did not want Sting.
Really?
No, he did not want Sting. There was a movie he saw Sting in where he was finally convinced that, yes, Sting is right for this part. And I thought he's great in this.
Oh yeah, Sting made this movie too.
Yeah, and the fight scene at the end where he's yelling, "I will kill him. I will kill him," is great. And I don't think that if Austin Butler did the same thing, started yelling, "I will kill him," that would work quite as well for his interpretation of the character. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When you see the movie, you can judge for yourself whether or not you think that would make sense.
So they open it up for Dune Part 3.
I don't know. They didn't make a sequel to this Dune. It didn't make any money.
If they would have broke up in 2 parts, it would have made money.
Maybe. I mean, I think based on the interviews I've listened to and some of the things I've read about the making of this movie, if the directors get more creative control, most of the time the movies end up better. But David Lynch felt like he was selling out doing this. This is like his only movie he didn't have final cut, and he felt like that was a mistake. And yeah, I can see that. And I enjoyed watching this again. I hadn't seen it in quite a number of years, and I had a good time watching this again. How about you, Brandon? Do you watch this more
Yeah,
often?
yeah. When I have a, I have an old sci-fi itch. I like to watch the old sci-fi movies when I was growing up
Mhm.
because looking at the old scenery and the old sets and stuff on how they did things compared to what it is now.
Yeah.
It left laying a lot of things to the imagination, and Doom was one of them because everything wasn't all clean cut, beat boop type scenery. It was like grounded, like this can really happen. This can really be, what it is, And that's one thing I liked about Doom
Mm.
because they don't have light travel,
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like that.
I mean, I was just thinking we did miss somebody who's in this. Max von Sydow is in this.
Oh yeah,
And him and Patrick Stewart really liked wearing those suits. I forget what are those suits called?
um, still suits.
Yeah, so they really liked wearing those suits, even though they were really uncomfortable. But they liked wearing those because it made them look like Adonises or something.
Really?
I forget the exact term, but they liked wearing those because it made them look awesome. I mean, they really liked the way they looked in them. I just thought that was funny.
That's
um,
crazy.
yeah. Um,
Well, and then I realized too, because this was Patrick Stewart, one of Patrick Stewart's movies, and this is kind of like before Generations. I mean, Star Trek Generations, because that's come out what, 87?
yeah. Yeah, so I think this was his first science fiction, his first foray into sci-fi.
Really?
I think so. I was watching some interviews, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. But I thought he's good in this. Who does he play in this? He is
He's
Gurney,
Yeah, General Gurney.
Gurney Halleck, and who plays Gurney Halleck in the new one?
That would be Thanos.
Who? What?
I said that would be Thanos.
What you mean, Brand?
Yeah, he played Thanos.
Who?
Thanos in the Marvel movies.
Didn't he have to help his little brother Mikey get some treasure from One-Eyed Willie? Aren't you talking about that guy?
He's talking about from the Goonies.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
best known from the Goonies. So I don't know who this
Oh,
Thanos person
he's
is you're
best
talking about.
known. He's best known as Thanos.
What? Who's that? Nobody knows who that is. We all know who Mikey is in the Goonies.
No, they don't.
Yes, we do. Nobody
No,
cares about
no,
Thanos. All we care about is that
no,
Brand gets his little brother safe
no, no,
to the
no, no,
treasure.
no. Because if I say anything about Goonies, half of them don't even know what the Goonies are.
Everybody knows who the Goonies are.
No,
Goonies
they
never
don't.
say die. Jeez. I'm sorry, everybody.
Try it. Try it. Try it. Ask how many people know about
Sorry.
certain characters from the Goonies, except for the Truffle Shuffle.
Everybody knows the Goonies. Uh,
Hey, you
well, yeah. So I mean,
guys!
this cast, of course, is a lot of known people. A delightful cast. What do you think about Baron Harkonnen? You didn't like him.
I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't like him? Are you serious?
Yeah, because it was kind of weird. Like, I guess now, because I don't know. Guess
What?
yeah. Well, I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
So I guess because Skarsgård, he watching him playing the Baron is like poetic, and then watching this Baron back in the 84, I'm like, eh, he was more of a psychopath more than Sting's character was, and kind of weird.
Well, he was sick.
Well, I mean, they didn't ever explain why he was sick.
Do we need to know why he's sick?
Well, I mean, I needed to know because I didn't know when I first watched it.
I don't know. I don't need to know why he's sick.
Yeah, like I mean, but they explained why he was sick. And Doom Part One, which I'll probably watch again.
Probably will.
I probably
Absolutely. Have we missed anything? I mean, sometimes when we do these older
yeah.
movies,
So we forgot about the Benny Jesuits.
oh yeah, what do you think?
I like them, even though they are women.
You have to forgive Brandon's misogyny there, everyone. Um, that's
'Cause they like the Jedi's of this movie of Doom.
wait. You mean the Jedi's are like them?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because
That
George Lucas got that from them.
that is what you meant. So you actually do want to do a whole Star Wars ripped off Dune show sometime, don't you?
I mean, we can do a Doom Star Wars comparison.
I don't think there's much comparison.
Yeah, there's a lot. You'd be surprised.
Well, what I mean is Star Wars is a better movie than this.
Oh,
Now that we're
oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
well, it is. I mean, it just is a movie.
It is. It
And
is.
David
But
Lynch would probably agree.
I'm like, well, I mean,
Now, I like this movie.
if they,
Now this thing we haven't talked about this yet, but since we're finally talking about Star Wars again, and
yeah,
this came to my mind, David Lynch was offered Return of the Jedi.
really,
Yes, he was.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I mean, he had come off the Elephant Man and
Because they was
you know
like, Doom looks so
all
good. I
of
think
that.
you should do
Well,
Return.
Return of the Jedi, that was 83, right? That came out in 1983.
Yeah,
This came out in 1984.
yeah.
That means, yeah, I mean, I kind of wonder what it would have been like if he had said yes. I don't think it would be much different, Return of the Jedi.
I think it would
It
have.
might be because I mean, he's very visual.
Yeah, that's why
Um,
I understand how people don't like Doom like that.
oh, this Dune?
Yes,
Do you talk to a lot of people who don't like this Dune?
I talk to a lot of people who don't like this Doom.
Oh, what do they tell you?
That it's they call it a low budget movie. It's considered like a B movie.
Do they not know what a B movie is? This is a big budget movie.
To
Do
them,
they
it's
not
not.
know that?
To them, it's not.
Well, here's what you have to do. What is $40 million in 1984 dollars? What does that translate to 2024 dollars? That's how you tell them what the budget is.
Well, let's put it this way, Joe. These are people who was not in that era of time where movies was made from the heart. Now movies are just made just to be made. And majority of the movies are made just to be made are the same movies from the last movie that you saw the other day. They're all cookie cutter.
Holy smeg.
What?
That is a lot of money, man.
How much?
Where are you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of money.
How much?
Okay, I'm not going to try to say this number. But you can go into Google. Let's just say there's oh man, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah. There's that's a pretty big number.
That's a big number.
I mean, this is like so 40 million, right?
Yeah.
That's like 120 $1 million in some change.
No. That's a low budget movie.
Not really. Madam Web was an $80 million movie.
And look at it.
I know, but I mean, still. If people are telling you they don't like it because they think it's a B movie and a low budget movie, that's just not correct. They're
Well,
not.
that's
They're
not
not.
it. That's well,
They're
you
not
have
right. They don't know what the budget was. I mean, you don't need to know the exact budget, but if you don't
but I
like the
mean,
movie,
but you seem to forget we're talking about people that
no,
are
you're right. But I mean, if they
these
don't
new back
know,
type movies now.
if that's the only criticism they're going to give you, or the main criticism they're going to give you, this is going to sound. I don't care. That's not really I wouldn't accept that.
I'll just hear what they say.
They got to give me more.
Well, I mean,
You got to tell me why you don't like it.
Well, I mean,
All right. So one of the things we try to do on our show is
well,
get people to think a little more about why they don't like stuff or why they like stuff.
well, you gotta think.
Maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe that's stupid of us.
Well, compared
But
to
I just can't help myself.
compared to other stuff like other sci-fi type movies, majority of them have like ship to ship battles, sword and light battles, gun battles, and stuff like that. Dune really don't have much of that in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So
some nice
that's why,
fighting.
because it doesn't have enough action in it. It's
Yeah, I mean they're not looking at the story part of it. That's why some people didn't like Dune Part One when it came out. You know, there wasn't a lot of super action in it and stuff like that. It wasn't nothing left to the imagination. It was stuff left for the imagination, but
yeah.
that's how they do things.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
to them, it's not. It was a low budget movie because there was not a lot of action. You know, that's how they feel.
there are plenty of low budget movies with a lot of action. You can't accept these crappy answers from these people.
Hey, you know me. You can say what you want, it still ain't gonna change my mind.
I know you're a lot nicer than I am. I mean, look at the Man of Steel. You're really nice to that movie.
I love that movie.
Well, I can see Paul in the background there is not pleased with you.
Yeah, he gonna use his Jesuit voice on me.
Yeah. So, but anyway.
Yeah, and then on top of that is okay. So one thing I know that is not in the new movie, that's in this movie, is the sound weapon.
Yeah, but is that in the book?
I don't know. I read a book.
Well, I mean, see that's one of the things you and I have to consider. We haven't read the book, so if we're going to compare the two movies,
And I can't remember if it was mentioned in the
uh,
little.
so here's another thing that we kind of talk about. Dune 2021. I would not consider that to be a remake of this 1984 Dune movie. Would you?
No.
Exactly, because it's based on a book, and he said we're going to go tell the book again, go straight from the book.
Yeah.
So we don't know if that's in the book. So now there's somebody out there watching us now who's read the book, and and they just turned us off. Of
Oh,
course, they turned us off a long time ago when we said we hadn't read the book, but we are gonna read the book. We're thinking about it.
yeah. I mean, like I said, only thing I did was watch the lore. That was for 7 hours.
Yeah.
Uh, that was about it. So I know some back history about.
Did you take a break?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I had to.
All right. Hey, anyway, we're coming down to the end here.
Yeah.
This is a good 1984 is a good year for movies. Check this movie out if you haven't done it yet. If you're a snob, a stuck-up pig who thinks this is a low budget movie and has bad special effects because they're practical effects from 1984, you should get your nose out of the air and watch it. You got final thoughts, Brandon? Because I'm sure Brandon has better, more eloquent final thoughts than I just had because I was slumming and being kind of a jerk.
Final thoughts on the movie. And out there for the audience that you should watch the movie. It's to me, it was a masterpiece. There's some things in there that some people might not like, but it's still a good movie. You know, I still got to find this 4 hour one, but
Check it out YouTube.
I'm gonna have to. And is it is the new Doom? You know, they're two separate movies, two separate ways of doing it, and I believe the very first one did great. 84 Doom did great to me. Had an all-star cast in there, upcoming actors and actresses in there. So, I mean, I don't see them complaining about Doom saying it was the worst film of their life or in their career. So,
Mhm. All right. Well said, sir. And we will talk to you all next time.
oh wait, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow us on Spotify and iTunes.
Very good.
Later, guys.